Hi guys! Jake and MJ back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers!
Mute.
Didn't realize that we had I didn't realize I had sound open on that. Oh right, because I was listening to it. Said something on there the other day. Alright.
Good day.
So, hello everybody. Ready for a season finale? It's hard to believe that it's already here.
Can't believe it, man.
And if
fan theories for season 2 count as spoilers. If they're just theories, then not really. But
it
if they're
depends
based
if
on
they
things
are,
that happened
are
in
they,
this episode,
are they informed theories? Well, okay, here's the thing. If it's based off anything from this episode, then yes, that would be a spoiler. If it's based off anything from other information that's been released about season 2, yes, that's a spoiler.
if it's based off pure conjecture and only the episodes we have already watched,
If you are guessing
then it's
on
fine.
things based solely off the stuff that we have seen, then that's okay.
right. But if you guys have read press releases or seen screen caps for the next season,
And when I
which
say
are
we, I
themselves
mean
spoilers.
specifically MJ.
Yeah, because
Because I know things.
I don't see
Um,
any of the media stuff that comes out. Any of the
Yeah.
media spoilers, I see none of them.
like
So those are still spoilers.
like stuff that I think there was the trailer for that came out for season 2 back at I want to say Comic-Con maybe. That had some cool stuff in there that MJ doesn't know about. So don't spoil
Jake
any
likes
of that.
to keep me pure as the driven snow.
When it comes to spoilers, yeah. So
Television errors? You mean like something getting aired prematurely? Yeah, that's a spoiler.
Or are you warning us that there's going to be a horrible screeching sound at a particular minute mark? Because we don't mind being spoiled about that, if
Yeah.
it's that kind of television error. Because I know that Spectrum doesn't have the best track record with anything.
Giant screeching noises.
Yeah. I think this will be our last season with Spectrum. Like, for real. We are...
Dude, you said we were going to switch by the time of this episode. Get it together.
Okay. Do it.
Me? I thought you were doing it.
When? When would I do it? I
You've been
have no
home
time
all
for
day.
anything. You thought I was doing that today?
I was going to get rid of Spectrum, but you told me to wait until after you did the thing with the...
I said after we get Philo.
Well, I thought you were going to do that.
I asked you to.
I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out.
The internet. You internet it. That's all I know about how to do it. What makes you think I know more about how to do it?
I just think this is more your thing than mine, so...
Okay.
Anyways.
But yeah,
You
no.
seem to have a plan, because I had a plan, and then you're like, no, don't do that. Do it a different way. I was like, okay, you do it that way then.
I'm just saying to do this thing first instead of that thing first so that there's not a gap.
Okay.
Alright. Anyway. So, yeah. We're going to get away from a new device introduced into the series for season 2. That's a loaded question. We might know some things. We might not know other things. Like, for instance, if it was in Go Busters, we are aware of it. If it was not in Go Busters, we probably are not collectively aware of it. Alright. Anyway. So, yeah. So, we got people coming in. I think we're getting a pretty good crowd together. This is exciting. And the one thing that I've heard about season 2 no, this is not a spoiler. That does have me kind of excited.
Mm-hmm.
Is if we are correct and season 2 does not have a different subtitle.
Mm-hmm.
This would be the first time that we've had the season 2 without a subtitle throughout this whole process, and actually this would be
First time since Mighty Morphin.
First time since Mighty Morphin we would have a second season of a series
Without a subtitle.
without a change of subtitle, which would be amazing. Like that would be that's historic. That would be the first time since 1995 that we went through a season change without a title change.
That's like 20 years.
Yeah, more. Like
24.
Like 25. Actually, or no, yeah, 24. 24. 25 years since the last time that it happened. But yeah, 24 years since the first time that we had a season change with a title change. So that's pretty crazy. And we are going into a nice little... We had a nice little cliffhanger at the end of last week. And... Okay, so with my goggles, I could be Dr. Robotnik. Are you saying something about my hair? I don't know.
They would never. No one would comment on your lovely hair.
I will say, as with everything in Power Reviews, I do have an in-universe reason. Alright, so it looks like we've got a pretty good collection of people here. But yeah, I hope that everybody is enjoying their December. I hope that everyone's been staying safe, because the weather
outside is frightful.
It has been pretty frightful. Weird thing, this entire quarter of the school year so far, we have yet to have a normal Tuesday. 3 out of the last 4 Tuesdays, we've had 2-hour delays. Just Tuesdays.
Devious says he was referring to your wonderful goatee.
Oh. Well, Robotnik has the big bushy mustache, I thought. But,
Thanks, Rose.
Okay. So, Australia. You are so close to New Zealand down there, and where this magic happens. Anyway, so I think now might be a good time to kick things off.
Let us.
With the season finale of the first season
of
Power Rangers Beast Morphers, Evox Upgraded. Previously on... There we go.
Roxy! My mind was connected to the evil Roxy, and I know what they're planning to do with the Morph-X they've stolen. Straws will learn how to build a body for Evox.
Let the transfer begin.
When his new body is complete, Evox will be able to teleport back from the cyber dimension.
It's great that everything's coming together.
Over the morning grid.
Remember, everyone.
Ooh, Nick's got the little holly
Stop.
We only
thing
have
going
one shot at it.
Yeah. Evox. Oh, I'm sorry. Evox :
I've repaired the
upgrade.
damage as best as I can. We're ready for a test activation.
Let's hope the Cybergate coordinates is still accurate.
Oh man, helmetless Nathan Steele. That's great.
Mr. Mayor.
I almost didn't notice that Steel was helmetless.
Ranger? Why didn't you tell me? Do you have any idea what it's like to know your child's life's in danger?
Actually, yes, she
Respectfully,
does.
sir, I do.
We're ready to go.
They're all
Meet my
helmetless.
son, Ravi.
So he's fully looped in now.
Your son is a Blue Ranger? I had no idea.
Well, he had no idea. Anyway.
All of you are Rangers?
Yes, sir. Based on our intel, Evox is going to use the Morph-X from that tower to transfer into
You're more
a new
clever
body
and more confident
so
than
that
Dr.
he can
Eggman.
return to the real world. Our world.
Okay.
Devin was trying to stop him.
Yeah.
I still really love these outfits.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I
What can I do
love
to
clever
help?
Power Rangers.
Devin is trapped in a place
Helmetless
called
Steel
Cyber
is
Dimension,
amazing.
where Evox has a stronghold. That Cybergate is the only way we know of to get there.
Once we know it's safe, we can go through it and rest.
He just slims down when he's
We're
in
all
this.
ready to test your name.
Oh man, we are getting so
I'm
much
bringing the
blinking on this.
Cybergate online now. Initializing. That's the cyber dimension.
Yep.
Something's wrong.
Oh, what's
Betty, don't get too close!
Oh. She just got sucked right in there. Oh. What is happening? What is happening? Why are you... What?
That was close.
Have you hurried?
That was a weird thing to do to a person.
Hey, it's kind of Nate.
Is this going to
Shenanigans!
is this going to act as an in-universe reason for why you're going to be subject to further cartoon violence?
It's too unpredictable. I'll carry the beacon through the portal. It'll broadcast the coordinates of Evox's base and you guys can follow.
Hmm? Up.
We can't afford to lose another ranger.
But Mom, someone has to try.
I'll do it.
Oh, why you? You're not. Okay.
Because he's expendable, as far as he's concerned.
Oh my!
The mayor. Did
He
he
just
take it?
hopped right in there.
What is it, bro?
I think it's the beacon. It's giving me the exact trans-dimensional coordinates of the cyber dimension.
Great.
Nice.
Let's fire up the transporters, get in their swords, and go surprise that snake.
Hold on. Surprise isn't enough. We need something bigger and stronger that Evox has never seen.
Like all your swords.
Combined.
I've been developing
You've been developing
the Ultra Sword.
the Ultra Sword.
If that isn't powerful enough, nothing is.
Dun, dun.
Look at the Morph-X glow. It's so beautiful.
Thing looks like an endoskeleton from Five Nights at Freddy's,
How
and
much
it kind
longer
of
till
creeped me
Evox's new
out.
body is done? It's taking forever.
I mean,
Listen, kid.
it is an
It's a
endoskeleton.
complex process, but when it's complete, Evox will rise in his new form. We better get the teleportation system ready.
Mr. Hellman referred to Betty as Betty Spaghetti. Oh, the mayor's just gonna be just, you know.
He is Papa Wolf right now.
Oh man, he just took a pipe to a Tronic, and that's great.
The Tronic had the keys, too. He is Papa Wolfing it up.
Wow. Dude, you trying to give Mason Truman a run for his money right now? Because you've been stepping up big time.
Oh no, one of the things has the pipe now.
Everyone ready for
One of the Tronics has the pipe now. You should have brought it with him.
Yeah.
We should all know where
nice.
the bigger Megazord is going.
Cruz is running Devon's Sword right now.
Of course.
starting combination
Oh, nice. This is
I can't tell if I have the chills because of this or because the heat just came on.
I don't think some of that CG sequence
Was new.
was new. They filled in some pieces.
They padded this out. Is it?
Locked in. Ready to deploy on your command.
All right.
Robbie, complete your mission and bring the team back in one piece. That's an order, son.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And I am so here for this.
There we go.
Okay, you made a big mistake last week, but I'm still here for you.
Devon's counting on us.
Yeah.
Transport.
I'm still a little teased off at her for not sending someone with Robbie.
Rangers, bow, wow. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go. It's morphin' time. For justice we fight, with beast morphin' might. Together we'll rise.
There's only one part of this I can really sing.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Hey, Vina's here with us live.
Hey, there we go.
She got off today. She didn't even know it was gonna be finale day, but
Oh, nice.
she's off from work.
Yeah, it's exciting. And apparently we've got SpongeBob live on stage.
All over the world knows SpongeBob's iconic laugh. Think you can do it for us?
I could try.
I'm your biggest fan.
Want to give it a try, Patsy?
Oh, I've
That's
been
very
practicing it for years.
This is a little silly.
Stand back. You got some
But yeah, the
competition
SpongeBob
for it.
musical, I will give them.
I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
Don't miss the SpongeBob
I will admit that I do like the stylistic aspect of just having them be people with that evoke the looks
Very
of the
much.
characters.
And it's just perfect that SpongeBob is a ginger.
Separately, adults assemble. You can collect them all.
Like, somehow a blonde would work too.
Yeah.
But a dark-haired SpongeBob would just
Pampers
not
is
have
the
worked.
first
Yeah.
and only diaper with air dry channels. They
Okay,
stay up to
you
3
can't
times drier,
use
so babies
that
can
lullaby
sleep
to
soundly
mean
all
peaceful
night.
sleeping anymore.
Pampers.
Now it means jump scares coming.
Barbie Dreamhouse Glam.
But yeah, one thing that I will
Ever
admit.
noticed how Barbie's house never has a bathroom?
You buy them, you love them.
Well,
You'd hate to see them fade.
To be fair,
OxyClean Dark Protect Laundry Booster.
Barbie and Ken don't exactly have the equipment to utilize the bathroom.
Wash after wash. OxyClean Dark
Got no place
Protect.
to bathe.
Your magic.
What's
I guess
this?
they could bathe in the swimming pool.
Oh, what is this? This
This looks like Henry Danger.
the
Yeah.
final season. Wow, they made that oddly dramatic for what I believe is ostensibly a sci-fi sitcom.
Someone's coming up.
That was surprisingly dramatic.
Unbox Me girls are all new and can't wait to meet you. It's
Okay.
always a surprise because you never know who's inside. You
Okay.
can get 2 Unbox
So
Me girls
basically
for
blind bag.
$19.99 plus $6.99 plus clean handling.
Blind
bag
bag
doll.
We'll give
has
you
gotten
3
bigger.
boxes
Yep.
free with your paid order. You can go online at unboxmegirls.com. Must be 18 or older to order.
Although it also kind of matches with the whole unboxing video trend.
Yeah, which is an oddly popular thing. One thing that I'm digging about the episode so far,
Mom
because
does not wanna be awake.
we're only a third of the way into it.
Uh-huh.
But I do like how they have managed to shift up the context on their teleportation to the cyber dimension from how they handle things in GoBusters. Like
I know my dollhouse had
One-day delivery
a
on
Barbie
millions of
bathroom, but
items.
my father built it for me out of wood. It was completely rectangular. It was 3 rooms across the top and 3 rooms across the bottom.
okay.
Upstairs was 2 bedrooms, the bathroom in the middle, and downstairs was a kitchen, a dining room, and a living room. And I only know which ones were which because he told me. That the kitchen had like the bathroom had like stick-on linoleum,
Oh, nice.
and the bedrooms in the living room had like felt carpet.
Yeah.
And my mom glued fabric to the walls for wallpaper.
Oh, that's cute.
It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, quite nice.
I had a full-size bathtub in there, and a toilet and everything.
Was amazing.
Apparently, Paddington is coming to.
But it's pretty easy to build your own dollhouse.
The holidays are
Just
coming, so
make
here's some tips for writing the
rectangle.
Yeah.
Go all out.
And
Put your dreams out
subdivide
there and see which ones are meant to be. List a couple of practical items. Here's looking at you, new underwear.
Well, I remember this episode when they handled it in GoBusters. I really like. Oh, and we're back.
Shenanigans.
I really like the sort of the race to get out there. And this is.
This is gonna be the fight against Messiah, isn't it?
It should be, but I'm not 100% sure. Because the setting of the cyber dimension is different than it was, than the subspace was in
Great idea.
in GoBusters. Nice! Army of Gigadrones!
That's
Oh man, that's a lot of gigadrones.
yeah, it is.
I've never seen that many.
Yeah, because the Morph-X is required for the teleportation, really. But
Which means that
he's
you
just.
have a whole bunch of these lying around.
Yeah, for some reason. But this is
This is 28, 29,
this
29,
is-
30.
this is Sentai. Yeah. 29 was the lead up to the teleportation, I recall.
I'm really digging the set design of the cyber dimension.
With all the bricks.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder what used to be here and why.
Talk now. What are you doing here, Dad? I came here to find you.
You're my son.
Yeah.
The Red Ranger. I can't believe you didn't tell me.
You have no idea how much I wanted to say something. But I couldn't. It's against the rules, and honestly,
It's been a long time since we've seen eye to eye.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm sorry for giving you such a hard time, son.
I love it when we have an emotional anchor going
I thought
on
you
right
were
now.
so irresponsible. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
Just following in your footsteps, Dad.
Aww.
I actually just read the comments constantly, Dustin.
Yeah.
Try to keep up with the chat. So yes, both during the show and during the musical.
The portal I came through was that way.
And the
If we
commercial.
go there, your friends might find us. Portal.
We're going to be saving things like the Grinch-themed Minosaur question for after the show. Because it's not about what we're watching right now.
There we go. Boom.
Not today.
These decks of Ultra Strike.
Nice.
This Ultrazord is legit.
Yeah, this wasn't the original. This wasn't the origin of the Ultrazord in the Sentai footage. So,
Ugh.
ooh, nice.
Enemies will suffer.
There we go. Whoop. That's not good.
That can't be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
not
just
good.
said.
What is that?
I love the mix of. I love how much original footage we're getting in here.
Have you come here to stop me?
Could that be Evox?
Is that a?
Now that I'm free from my digital prison, your
Oh,
time
dear.
in this dimension will be brief and painful.
That is a CG Ultrazord.
Yep.
That's not good.
Evox.
Whoa! That thing is blowing apart big time. Oh, but the red Zord's okay.
Maybe father and son will come upon it.
Jax, over here. Everyone all right?
Yeah. Barely.
Guys.
Hey.
Major and commandership? I'd be for
We're
it.
so glad
Oh,
you're
oh,
okay.
the mayor? Yeah.
We're all lucky to be alive. Couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Mayor. But now, we're in a tight spot. What's wrong?
This is-
Our swords, their history. Really?
And it's not over yet. Look!
Tronics? Nope, Evox.
What do you think of the cyber dimension, Rangers? Is it a fitting
Again,
place for
good
you all
set
to
there.
meet your ends?
Dad, get somewhere safe.
It's much bigger than we've seen before.
I thought you needed another risk car.
Thanks, Chris.
We've got all
Will
these.
that allow you to get your morpher back?
Nice.
Escape. You're finished.
Yeah, we have established that they have backup morphers.
Morphin time. Activate police power.
Boom. Solo morph. We do
I
not
think
get
Devin and
any of
Robbie
this.
would make great stepbrothers.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, charming.
Now time to. Oof. That's not good. Oh, wow, that did not last long.
We're too far into this episode for this kind of shenanigans.
Distractions. I can feel the Morph-X pulsing through my body. Unstoppable.
This isn't good. None of this is good.
No, this is terrible.
Time to finally leave this dimension.
This is, none of this is good.
Evox going?
He's leaving this dimension, and they're stuck here.
To access the Morphin grid. I don't think we can take him down without our Ultrazord.
So what do you
Morph-X
do?
is highly explosive. If we blow up that tower, it'll take Evox with it.
But how? All our Zords are gone.
Not all of
Good
them.
news. I just double checked. The Racer Zord is still operational.
It's the core Zord who would have been underneath
I think on
everything
the
else.
tower. Scrozzle will be controlling things from his base.
Dad, you think Dubby's back there? I can try.
Great. We'll shut down their teleportation systems and trap Evox here so you can destroy him.
Nice.
We all know what to do. We've come this far.
Nothing can stop us.
Alright, there we go. Let's do it.
He's adorable right now.
Good plan. Go
He's
team.
like, we're gonna be so badass.
Aww. I love that Jax is here.
I'm not finishing that word.
Alright, there we go. Remorph.
I'm ready to go.
Rusty? Devin thinks that's Rusty.
Will you hurry? Evox is in position.
I know! Trunks!
Okay.
Divert the Morph-X from the tower into the teleportation system now!
Y'all still haven't bothered it. Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So Devin's gonna need to move fast. So what
Well,
happens
first,
if
the
they
rest
interrupt
of the team
him?
is gonna have to interrupt them.
Ooh, oh, nice. It's a shame the CG isn't a little bit more polished. Oddly enough, the CG of Go Busters, which is 7 years old, is a little bit better. But we are about to use. There we
I feel
go.
like Sentai has a higher budget.
Oh, almost certainly. Plus different labor rights.
We
Yes,
adore.
I love this fight. Yes, I was so. From the get-go, I was hoping they would use this fight for the finale of the first season. From the moment that this was that this show was announced. Hey.
Hey, Messiah.
No.
Hey, SpongeBob.
Wow, that cut awkwardly.
And Bikini Bottom is in deep trouble.
Is that something we should worry about?
We're going to save Bikini Bottom.
Don't miss your favorite characters come to life in the SpongeBob musical live on stage.
The
Special television event tonight.
The mechanics of Squidward's legs are probably the most impressive thing that I keep seeing about that show with the clips.
And he's the only one who seems to have an anatomical difference, which is interesting.
Pretty much.
What's inside? Oh, wow. A hidden surprise.
Well, he's also the only one who doesn't have a humanoid body out of the main cast of the series, really.
I've got a big.
In terms of
Okay, pick your head that way.
head, arm, 2 arms, 2 legs.
That's a lot of people and pets to make happy this holiday.
Also, it looks
So
like they
always
gave
looking
Mr.
for
Krabs
ways
a
to
pair of
save.
giant,
With
like,
Chewy.com,
boxing gloves.
I have
Apparently
low
they're
prices on all of my pet food and supplies. I
Yeah.
find amazing deals on dog food for Dash.
They look
cat toys
really
for
good
Pocket,
though,
and
surprisingly.
biscuits for Bob. Even the
Anyway.
shipping is free.
Good puppeteer.
With all that money saved, I can get a
Aw,
little
hi,
something
Doggy.
extra for everyone on my list.
Ooh.
Make your dreams
I
come true. Save 30% on your first
but
purchase.
Today has
okay, so I think I do have a prediction now. This does feel like it's actually tying into what we were how Go Busters handle things, where it looks like we're leading up to a temporary defeat of Evox, for that will allow him to be resurrected later. Because what I'm thinking is going to happen, they blow it up mid-teleport, he can get broken apart into pieces. That would segue into the card storyline from Go Busters.
Evox is rusty, just like Spectrum was behind the Galaxy Warriors, and Daichi's clan is behind evil.
Makes perfect sense.
Alright. Dustin's got some ideas here.
Yeah.
The holidays are here, and we want to keep you connected.
But yeah,
with those
that-
you love with a new iPhone 11. Hurry into T-Mobile today
That
to get up to 4
that
iPhone
fight
11s
between the
on
Racer
ice.
Zord
Only
and that
at T-Mobile.
sort of, I forget what it was called, like the Zeta Gigadrone or whatever its name was. I think maybe the Epsilon Gigadrone. Well, everything was called Megatron in Go Busters. But that fight was always one that I felt would be a good fight for going into a season finale for the break between seasons.
Everybody
It's a
in the
natural
Kinspop
split
commercial
point.
looks like they're in the 90s.
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know.
Kids Bop 40 has all the latest songs you've been waiting for.
Glad to hear you've been having a good
Great
day,
day, baby.
Athena.
This is so 90s!
Very 90s. Well, sort of.
As you may have noticed, the challenges keep getting tougher.
Santa's making a list.
There's
2 minutes left.
his reality show with Santa's elves.
And he's checking it twice.
I haven't been in the naughty list since preschool.
This Judge Payton list is helping you find out who's naughty and who is nice.
I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
That is actually pretty cute.
Don't miss me. Peyton List.
Kids are
on
trying
top
to be
of-
American.
Act 7.
Peyton List. That name sounds familiar. I think she must have been.
Joseph Joseph got to actually see this on stage.
Oh, cool.
Looks like Mr. Krabs is also somewhat different.
Yeah, you can see his. He had the big claws that were basically giant boxing gloves. All right.
Ecker's Megazord is called the Megazord Epsilon.
It was Epsilon. Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you, Rose.
Nice.
You're not the only one with the Zord now.
Aha!
There we go.
Okay, so we're giving it to Devin in this version.
To Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah.
How did I call it Devin?
But yeah, Blaze is the enter equivalent. Nice. Come on.
Interesting.
Oh,
We've got company. Go stop Evox. We'll handle these guys.
okay.
You cheap circuits want a taste of steel? Hey! You're killing me!
Nice.
Hands off the computer, Scrozzle! I said stop!
Shoot him. Ooh, you did.
Nate really is a crack shot. Like, he is
Yeah.
good with that pistol.
Oh. You gotta stop it.
Stop this thing!
Scrozzle.
This is a demon in English!
Scrozzle just
Nope.
got. Yeah, he noped right out of that.
I am not Tyler, I am an evil elf.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
Come on.
That someone is you! This is it, Cruz. We have to finish him.
Let's go for it. I'm on.
Does he have new detailing on his faceplate?
It's always been. There we go. Gotta use that. Gotta work the Nerf gun. And whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh.
We're
Oh.
losing Blaze too!
Oh.
Wakey wakey real Blaze?
Maybe.
Blaze and Roxy get to join next season is like actual.
Yeah, he said he's out of avatars now.
100% complete. This should reverse the digitization.
How did
No way he can tell
this isn't even in English, Nate?
digitization terminated.
It's a slow process, but he's reversing it.
Evox, but you need to get out of there. The tower's becoming unstable.
Nice.
You're right, Nate. It's beginning to blow. You guys have to get to safety too.
Copy that.
How do we get out of here?
Good question.
Go back to where the Cybergate is open. Come on.
Cybergate was not.
We're gonna get close.
Does he not know the Cybergate closed right behind him?
Well, at the very least, it would be an anchor point. Yeah, there we go. Roll right out of
He
there.
left the beacon there.
Cruz, we gotta go faster.
Gotta go fast.
You keep saying that.
Nice.
It's a new word only in the PR universe. Someday.
Oh, look at that. Evox got caught up in that explosion.
Yeah, he did. What's a new word only in the PR universe?
Oh, they got the Cybergate working. Move, move, move. Robbie's just hauling Jax right through. Where's Devin?
Is it actually Japanese?
Where's Devin?
Come on, man. Get out of there.
Not without my son!
Oh, whoa.
Mayor Daniels?
Is he okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What just happened?
But Devin,
Not without my son!
Devin's gonna be there when the smoke clears.
Sure.
There we go.
Devin, Cruz.
Devin and Cruz made it out.
It would make sense for Robbie to carry Jax though, super strength.
Yeah.
Was that Japanese though? Because I thought that was just like random cyber gibberish.
Fine now.
I don't.
It's good to be back. Good work, guys. You fixed the Cybergate and saved us.
We did?
You're darn right we did.
Wait. Wait. Whoa.
Vortex plasma's still affecting you. We gotta fix that.
Okay.
Yes, please, because we don't want cartoon person.
That was weird. It's still a weird thing. It's a very weird thing.
I always admired the Red Ranger. So, in a way, I was proud of you all along.
Yeah, in a way.
Thanks, Dad.
Alright.
It's really over.
So. But what now?
Blaze waking up?
He's waking up.
You're like, what now? Like you weren't expecting that?
Yeah, well, no, I know.
It's Blaze. He's awake.
So, what does he know?
Trust, loyalty,
Incredibility.
courage.
This is Mrs. Incredible now.
Sure, that's at the core of a good team. But the key to your teamwork is friendship.
Okay, nice.
Oh, is he giving them
That
awards?
teamwork saved our city.
There we go.
So for my first act as re-elected mayor,
It lasted a
I
bit.
couldn't be more proud.
Oh,
to
he's been
award
re-elected.
Each of you the Coral Harbor Medal of Valor.
Coral Harbor does Medals of Valor.
I was gonna say,
Thank you.
does your tab have the Medal of Valor? Because my tab doesn't have the Medal of Valor.
Oh, there's Blaze and Roxy.
Ben and Betty Burke, please come forward.
Oh, they get medals too? What is she wearing?
Betty?
What's up with the bubble suit? It helps with their vortex exposure.
Ben and Betty, in
What is
recognition
about to happen?
of your bravery,
Are these for us?
Bubble suit.
Oh no.
Her bubble suit's gonna pop!
Wait, Ben, don't!
Really? Really? Really?
Saw that coming.
I know. Still, like,
The restaurant at the end of the universe?
it's very sad.
We should get more medals.
Everybody, listen up. We've got to take a group selfie. It's what humans do on special occasions.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. The mayor was affected by that blast.
The mayor is infected by that blast.
2, 1,
And just off camera.
Oh man,
Catchy pirate here.
that's interesting.
Boom!
That also
Mayor
kind
gonna Evox.
oh, that's interesting. And that I mean I know I predicted from the first episode a relationship between Mayor and Evox, but I didn't actually anticipate this sort of thing happening. Very interesting.
Kind of reminds me of the whole fake mayor at the end of,
At the end of Grid Defense.
yeah.
Because of course, it is still really funny, just the little parallels. Oh man, so
Imagine that, a genuine father-son fight for the season finale of season 2.
that could be, there's some interesting stuff going on here.
Storyline ideas for season 2, theories ready, go.
Okay. So,
Rooster Mesogog thing with Devin's dad?
yeah. Yeah, I can see that
That's
happening.
Athena's thought.
Oh man. It fits also really well with what my
I
idea
watched the
from Grid Defense of yeah. You have a villain essentially running the city.
Yeah.
That could be really interesting. Hopefully we'll get, and you know what? This would be a very good opportunity, if they take it, to explore what Evox is. Because
Also, Rose is thinking Messiah card arc.
yeah, which we were saying seemed like it would be a viable way
Mr.
to
Allen
handle
says call them
things.
Evox cards.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we've knocked out the avatars now. Blaze and Roxy are back to normal. I'm curious.
Wanna kill my avatar.
I'm really
My deepest apologies to Felicia Day.
like I know some of the stuff that's coming for next season. But I'm curious how they're going to handle it. This one really did.
Okay, seriously though, somebody needs to make a Power Rangers music video using Felicia Day's "Do You Want to Date My Avatar" and footage from that episode where evil Roxy was trying to seduce Robbie.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Cybergate. What will you be having this fine night?
Yeah, like, we've got a few little mysteries here. We don't know where Scrozzle went. And we don't know what's happened to the mayor. Those are the two big things right now. And these feel like genuine cliffhanger mysteries.
I mean, I think the obvious answer with Scrozzle is...
He's just still in the cyber
He
dimension.
turned tail and hid and is still hanging out in cyber dimension. Kisagari points out that the Evox cards would be perfect for being Scrozzle's objective in Season 2, trying to find all of the shattered fragments of Evox.
Yeah.
Including one that's in the mayor!
Yep. Which would be a really interesting twist from Go Busters, where the final card was
Please no slip
in a main character, but not. So this would be a very cool flip on that.
Joseph C. Cat is calling it that Scrozzle's going to be the main villain in at least one episode of Season 2.
He might be in charge of things for the first episode of the next season.
Rose points out that there may be a backup of the avatars.
Maybe.
I wonder if reactivating the backups, was that going to cause the real people to just collapse again?
I don't know. I don't know how the avatars are going to return. Because they have to. They haven't used any of the Sentai footage with those costumes yet.
No, they haven't. There is still the Christmas episode, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to adapt that, considering the plot importance of the Christmas episode to Go Busters.
That's true. As we've established, Scrozzle is still out there.
Yeah, Blaze and Roxy, if they don't get sent back to the pods, will almost certainly get to have a focus episode where they can save the day despite having no powers. I mean...
I'm curious how much the Christmas episode will be integrated into the storyline this year.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes it's...
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and in Beast Go Busters, it was integral to the plot.
Well, yeah, because their whole backstory was from Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
But thus far, with the Chiplin seasons that we've been having these last several years, for the in-between Season 1 and Season 2 of Dino Charge, that was not set between the seasons. But for Ninja Steel, it was set between the seasons. Because Sarah had to go through and get all their powers back.
Right.
I feel like this is a scenario where we are in a good position for the Christmas episode to be set between seasons. Specifically because Scrozzle is still at large. He's pretty much the only known threat right now.
Pardon the neighbors in the stairwell. It's directly behind us.
Yeah. But there are right now, I feel like we got to a really nice conclusion of the main arc of the series as presented from the first episode.
I feel like I'm missing something.
What?
People keep saying, I'm about to destroy this whole man's career. I feel like that's a meme.
Oh, no, that is a meme.
And I don't know this meme.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just the guy. I forget which one it is.
It's a meme, but what?
But it's along the lines of you're about to just get wrecked, and that's pretty much what happened to Devin right after he morphed. It's like morphin' time. Nope. Boom. Whoa. Oh. Okay. They got demorphed like that.
Why is Dustin trying to get a job? Devin has a job.
I mean, his job is being a Power Ranger right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we did, like this episode, we got a shift in character dynamics, and we resolved the main storyline while still leaving unanswered questions, which I think was a smart way to handle it.
Yeah, Kisagari was pointing out that they still haven't really addressed the no dating issue, and
Yep.
Roxy's awake again, and we still got the thing going on between Nate and
Zoe. So the romances are in full play. We don't know how the return of Blaze and Roxy really is going to impact dynamics moving forward. Like, there's a lot of really interesting character stuff that's set up right now.
Roxy and Ravi actually have an easier situation, I think, going on right now because Roxy is not an active duty ranger as a result of what happened to her.
Yeah.
Which means that she and Ravi may no longer be covered by that rule.
You know what would be what would make for, I think, a really interesting episode?
What?
We've been saying, I think, from the beginning, it would be interesting if Roxy came back and then Zoe felt like she had to give the powers over to Roxy. We have two different people who were supposed to be... we have the person who is the Yellow Ranger and the person who was supposed to be the Yellow Ranger.
The person who is the Red Ranger and the person who was supposed to be the Red Ranger.
Right. That presents an interesting dynamic going into the next season, but also... Okay, Yellow Ranger, you want to date somebody on the team. Maybe you should be the Yellow Ranger. No, I want to date somebody. No, you should be the Yellow Ranger. I want to date somebody.
Both potential Yellow Rangers are like, no, man.
So... That's an interesting scenario. That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Athena. With Roxy no longer an active duty ranger, she and Ravi are probably in the clear.
Yeah.
Kasagari just flashed back to Miss Fairweather turning down Joel, citing light speed regulations.
Yeah, which, to be fair, she made up.
Then the commander of Sid becomes the Yellow Ranger.
But these are, but we have some interesting character dynamics set up right now. And they did a really good thing here, which they haven't done before. One thing that the
rock, paper, scissors. Two Yellow Rangers, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
Scissors.
Well, our last two installments, Dino Charge and Ninja Steel, both of them ended ostensibly on the main villain being destroyed and a secondary villain.
I've stopped even trying to
coming out of the rubble to clearly take over the top villain spot. It was identical. Their spaceship got destroyed. The main villain was destroyed, or thought to be destroyed in the case of Sledge, and a secondary villain crawled out of the rubble on the on the half destroyed ship, being like, "Now it's my turn."
Yeah.
But we didn't do that this time.
No.
We defeated the main villain, but it does not look like a permanent defeat. And instead, the rising again will be of the main villain in a new form that has an emotional connection to the Rangers. And that's just a much better way of handling that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm very excited for that. And in Ninja Steel, we wrapped up the entire plot in the first season.
Yep.
Like, the only thing left was Madame Odious survived, and then they had to deal with Madame Odious the next season,
had a whole
and that was it.
But that was like a whole new, completely new plot with Madame Odious.
It really wasn't. There really was no major plot for the second season.
What I'm saying is her thing didn't rely very much. It wasn't the same story for the first.
Yeah, it was just, okay, this villain happened to survive, and now it's just going to be filler for the next 20 episodes.
What happened to Devin's dad at the end of the episode? I think he's infected.
We both think he's infected with Evox.
He's infected with Evox virus.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Evox ostensibly slowly take him over, which I think would be a super cool plot if they're doing that. I think that could be really interesting. But yeah, season 2 of Ninja Steel,
nothing important except dimensions in danger.
Yeah. Madame Odious came back.
Kisaragi, except for apparently I'm still mutilating that. I've stopped trying to say the first word because I ruined it, but I thought maybe I had Kisaragi right.
But anyway, my main point though is that they wrapped up all the main plot threads with the exception of Madame Odious' survival, which was the last minute plot twist of the end of Ninja Steel. Everything was resolved. Kaede. I don't know why it doesn't sound right. I feel like we're reading it right, but I don't know. But anyway, the plot threads were all tied off with the exception of a villain survived. And that was not really enough to...
Kaede is right?
Yeah.
I got it!
Okay, there we go.
Kaede! I can do that!
Cool. But that was not enough to really drive the plot of a whole second season. Just, oh, one bad guy we know survived, and then we'll just resume status quo with this bad guy. With Dino Charge, they did have the thing of, oh, Sledge is gone, but we were still missing the MacGuffins of the Energems. There were still 2 Energems left to find, and it's like, okay, but...
Wait, what?
This...
Lewis says he can't wait to see Dr. K.
No, that's not happening. He's making things up.
Who are you excited to see return for the team-up episode?
What are we talking about? There's no team-up episodes.
There's always a team-up episode.
There's no team-up episodes. If there were team-up episodes, that would only be revealed in some sort of, like, trailer or something for the next season, which we haven't seen.
Guys, are you
and
spoiling
therefore
this?
is not a thing. Although I have to admit, I really am looking forward to Justin coming back and being a Ranger. That's always... I'm so surprised they're finally doing that. It's super exciting, isn't it? That Justin's coming back to finally be a Ranger.
Whatever.
So...
Imagine if the whole second season of Ninja Steel was just Dimensions and Dangers stretched over the whole season.
That would be great.
Kaede's got it right.
Yeah. But yeah, with the conclusion of Ninja Steel felt too final to continue into a second season. The conclusion of Dino Charge felt too artificial to believe that, this was actually resolved. The things that seemed resolved were actually resolved. What we did here was they actually did resolve the main plot arc, used that to open up the next plot arc, and then...
Joseph's taken your Justin thing and run it with it.
Yeah. But on top of that, there were character arcs that were established this season that have not been resolved.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how those continue.
And that's the smartest part of that. Because you look at Ninja Steel. Can you tell me a character arc?
Oh, it's Jason coming back, not Justin.
No, Justin. Justin's gonna be... He's coming back, and so is, I want to say, he's gonna be fighting alongside a resurrected Zika. From Lost Galaxy. They're forming their own trio team with Heckle as the Talon Ranger. They're actually going to call him the Talon Ranger.
Instead of the Dark Ranger like in the comics?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. But then he's going to fight his comics equivalent. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Imagine a Christmas Ryusoulger episode with a Minosaur in the theme of the Grinch.
Oh, that'd be fun. So yeah. The fact that we actually have character arcs instead of plot arcs that are unresolved at the moment and feel as though they've taken on a new context, that is smart. That is a really good way to wrap up the season while still feeling like you have investment for the next season. This, I think, was one of the smartest ways they've handled a season break since they've started the double season pattern.
The fake spoilers thing going on in the thing has just gotten...
Yeah.
They're taking it to all new levels here. Now someone's uncle works for Hasbro.
Yeah.
Olivia, no, none of this is happening. It's just that a couple of things somebody said may have been an actual spoiler, so now Jake is trying to drown me in fake spoilers, so I can't tell which spoilers are real and which spoilers are fake.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Poisandra for the Valentine's Day special. That's gonna be great.
See, more fake spoilers. What recent cold cash grab was made in 2018?
I don't know what that's referring to.
Me neither. Can anything be considered recent if it's from 2018? It's almost 2020 now.
It's still relatively. But, oh yeah, there is one thing that we know with regards to, there is a change in the logo for next season.
Yeah, they removed Saban's name.
They removed Saban's name for next season.
According to Chris Taylor from the chat.
Because it was produced solely under Hasbro, and I guess deal-wise, Saban's was not, I guess, a part of that, which is fascinating.
Season. It will be a mega season! No.
Beast X Morphers.
The remake is one of the most cold and empty Christmas films I've ever seen.
Oh,
The Grinch?
Of The Grinch. Fair enough.
Did they make another Grinch? I mean, because the original Grinch...
Well, there was the original Grinch, there was Jim Carrey
Grinch,
but there's also been the, there was a CG Grinch that came out not too long ago.
They did a CG Grinch now?
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch was the Grinch.
Really? Bendy Snooch Cumberbun?
Yeah, the Cumber Grinch. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with the characters moving forward, and that is something that I don't think that I've been able to say at the end of a first half season finale installment, however you want to phrase these things. I've never before felt so invested in what the path of the characters are at this break stage, because Samurai, that wasn't even really like a season finale. It was just they'd reached the midpoint of the story.
Yeah.
With Megaforce, I was interested in seeing what the escalation of the plot was going to be, but there wasn't really any.
And all the Rangers fight.
The characters did not really experience any like development that where I was
6 years old, so
I wanted to see how the dynamics went. Dino Charge. Well, they were still looking for Tyler's dad, but...
When were they not looking for Tyler's dad? I mean, until they found...
Yeah. And there was some stuff regarding Tyler and Zoe. You know, they had... Or, not Tyler and Zoe. Tyler and Shelby. Sorry. Tyler and Shelby. There was stuff that they had teased that Tyler was still looking for his dad. There was something of a question of what's the deal with Coda and Ivan in present day, but that was about it. They were fun characters that I looked forward to seeing more of, but they were not on any given trajectory with their development that I felt was going to be continuing. And then, same thing with Ninja Steel.
It's true. Lewis...
Everything was resolved.
Wilson says, I hope the next season is good, because Dino Charge was good, but Dino Supercharge had more filler and a head-scratching finale.
Yeah, right now...
It is possible to take a strong season like this and follow it up with a not-so-great part 2.
I will say, based off
cross fingers, knock wood.
Based off of what we know from Go Busters, we do... I feel like there is enough material...
Yeah, I mean,
to make everything work.
If they utilize if they utilize the Messiah card arc properly,
yeah,
they can make another good season here.
There's a few really interesting things that they can utilize.
Oh wow.
What was that?
Oh, Dustin says the CG version is even worse than the Jim Carrey version.
Oof. And I'm sure in 10 years something else will be the debate.
Just watch the original, guys.
Yeah. But right now we know that the power-ups are coming because of Go Busters.
Right.
We know there's another Zord coming because of Go Busters. It looks like Evox will be resurrected through the Mayor, which in and of itself is a really interesting arc. We know that Blaze and Roxy are going to have to, in some way, return as villains because they haven't used any of the Sentai footage of them.
And we need to find out what that means for real Blaze and Roxy.
Right. Not to mention, like...
Will they be simultaneously awake with these new backup copies, or will they be knocked out again as soon as these other ones come online?
Exactly.
Also, if that's the case, we're down to one pod.
Well, I'm sure they could I mean, they created the pods to begin with, so I'm sure they could always.
They
just,
may have actually had them at the time. They may have been lucky enough to have had them, but
they
right
just
now
happen to have 2 stasis
one
pods.
of them is offline.
Well, I'm sure they can repair it.
I
Now
hope
that there's
so.
nobody that it needs to take care of, I'm sure it won't be a problem to repair. They built it for, if they built it once, they can repair it. I'm sure. But yeah, we've got.
Billy's involved in this now too. That's somebody in the stairwell.
But you know, also Blaze and Roxy's Sentai counterparts had additional forms that we haven't seen yet.
It's true.
So that's something going on. We have 2 different romance arcs that have yet to be resolved. We have Ravi's relationship with his mother, which has yet to be resolved in terms of his interest in art.
Wow, we're gonna find out that Rusty is Justin's son.
It's time travel.
Spoilers.
Time travel, man. There's gonna be so much time travel. It's gonna be great. But
Escape's final corrupted evolved form with the dog and the skin snake. I wonder if the snake skin might be part of why they made Evox look the way he does. Maybe they're going to use
maybe
the final evil Escape corrupted form.
Like, there's so many interesting things.
Who's Colby?
Colby Strong is the actor for Blaze. Like we know that things are coming. I don't want to put them in the context of what's been released so far. I just want to look at what we've had, what's been released, clip-wise. I just want to look at this in the context of what's been released episode-wise.
Okay.
And there's a lot there. There's a ton of stuff that I feel we have for ready to go for season 2. When Ninja Steel ended, everything had been resolved.
Yeah.
Super Ninja Steel was just bring back the villain, toss in some new villains, toss in some new Zords, just to keep it rolling for an extra season.
Right.
Dino Charge, they found Tyler's dad. They found the Silver Ranger, and then they brought in the whole Arcanon arc, which was interesting. But we didn't go into it feeling like there was a whole bunch that needed to be resolved. Which, like, okay, we got 8 Energems this season, we have 2 left to go. But there's a lot to explore right now. They've set up this great set of circumstances with dynamics for all the characters that can be further explored. Nate and Zoe, Ravi and Roxy. Devin and his dad have a new dynamic now.
That's the one I was thinking about, Devin and his dad.
Like, all the characters not only have the dynamics that they had when they were introduced, but they have new dynamics that have been forged across the course of the season and have now shifted context as a result of the season finale.
Yeah.
It's smart. It's the good way to handle things.
They're doing a really good job.
So I'm gonna try and think of what may have
Zoe
been.
and her mom, also cool relationship. Didn't have a major shift this episode though.
Yeah. Now, as far as
yeah, we're confused how Blaze is going to be a villain again in season 2 as well, Dustin.
Yeah. So there's a.
It's got to happen because they've got all those other enter forms.
Right. They did a great job setting everything in place for season 2, and they've never really. I'd say that Power Rangers has never really set up a season 2 this well, while still maintaining a solid season 1. Like, Megaforce hyped up their season 2 throughout with the arrival of the Armada. I will give Megaforce that. They did spend the entire first season setting up the second season.
But they kind of neglected season 1 as a result.
Yeah, season 1 just ended up basically being filler as a result. This did not feel like a filler season.
Well, Chase, we're gonna.
Yeah.
If that's from what you've heard somewhere from some source, and that's an actual thing, then that is what we call a spoiler, and we're not talking about it.
Right. So, Oh, I'm excited on so many fronts right now for how they may explore things moving forward. And I haven't felt this way, really, about the end of a Power Rangers season going into another Power Rangers season. Honestly, technically, really ever. When you get right down to it.
Honestly, technically, nothing ever.
Because there's
love how many, like, caveats you put on that before hitting the ever button.
Well, we've never had such a good build-up for a second season. Second season was always just, like, something that happened in many regards.
There's nothing in there, I don't know.
With Mighty Morphin, it was just one season petered out, and then a change-up came in the next season to reinvigorate.
I mean, because they also, you know, like, ran out of
I will. Oh,
Sentai footage.
I will take it back. When I will bring that back a little bit. When I say for the next season, I mean with the next season being a continuation and not a whole new show. Obviously, Zeo was very well set up. I loved the setup for Zeo. Power Rangers in Space. I love the setup for Power Rangers in Space, and Power Rangers in Space is my favorite season.
Oh, and we're finally going to find out where Zuko's mom went. While we're on the fake spoilers for next season of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, we're going to find out where Zuko's mom went.
Fantastic! Finally!
I think there's actually a comic that addressed that.
Yeah. But, yeah, okay, I think, you know what? Like, obviously we still have the Christmas episode left to go, but, you know, with regards to how things have been handled, you know, we're tying off the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beast Morphers has actually taken the spot from Dino Charge for the best single season.
Yep.
So way to finish up the decade strong, guys.
Woo-hoo.
Kudos. Like, because that's really been the point of the comparison thus far, comparing Beast Morphers to Dino Charge. Dino Charge had a lot of strong elements. I do think that Dino Charge had...
And maybe we'll find out where the Blue Centurion went.
There we go. I think Dino Charge had some more iconic characters in certain regards.
To some degree. Like Rusty!
Well, first season Dino Charge is what I'm referring to. You can't... Coda and Ivan were very iconic.
They were very iconic.
Tyler was an extremely likable Red Ranger.
I love Tyler.
I do think that Tyler outdoes Devon in terms of just being a very likable character. Devon's got an interesting dynamic with his dad that's honestly, I would say, out of our 3 Red Rangers in a row with dad issues, I think Devon does have the strongest dynamic with his dad.
Netflix is going to make a U.S. exclusive season of Power Rangers about actors who become Rangers as punishment for their lack of gratitude.
Oof.
I feel like there's a
grain of truth.
There's another stab coming in there.
Yeah.
This is the same person who wanted people to sign a contract to always come back.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that Devon and his dad.
Are you going to be able to finish up on Power Run-Through, Jake?
Oh, what, the Retro Power Run-Throughs? Oh man, I haven't worked on those in 5 years. I probably should go back and finish those at some point, but it's like, it's so low on my priority list.
I thought you actually caught up to the present.
Well, I had caught up when I was making them. But that was, at this point, over 5 years ago.
Fair enough.
So we've had like 100 episodes since then that I did not include in the Retro Power Run-Throughs. It would be fun to revisit them. Within the context of Power Reviews, though, since I did do that as Database Ranger, it wouldn't make sense.
Presently, yeah.
For him to know about all the Shiplin seasons.
He can take care of that later.
Like, unless I want to squeeze it, like, I could always make something work, but,
That's not how acting works!
I will say this. It is not a priority right now. Retro Power run-throughs are not a priority right now. Power reviews is a priority.
Power reviews. We gotta get through it.
That is my video priority.
It.
I will have the occasional bonus video here and there, but that's like a priority of a weekend or something like that, where it's like, okay, this is something I just really want to talk about right now.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing could be a priority. Like, I really wanted to talk about Autism Awareness Month earlier in the year.
That was such a good conversations in context. Not to toot his own horn. I mean, I had nothing to do with that video, so I can compliment it.
But it was great to have Pocky Squirrel.
Pocky's great.
In as our consultant on that. I felt strong about our recent video discussing the definition of fascism through the lens of children's villains. And I think that was something else I really wanted to talk about. I would like to do some discussions about the upcoming election through something. But that's good. That's a matter of what I can think of and what I have time for. So, is there something you're drawing my attention to over here? Or?
No.
Okay, just double checking.
I mean, unless you needed to find out that Luke Skywalker's dad is actually Darth Vader.
What? Guys!
And at the end of Titanic, the boat sinks.
Cut it with the spoilers already. Come on. Next thing you're going to be telling me is that, like, Rosebud is a sled or something. Come on, people. Stop it with these ridiculous spoilers.
Honestly, to me, it doesn't.
Hmm? When the actor separates from the franchise?
From the franchise, that is...
It's not so much necessarily a hurt so much as it is a little bit of a sad thing. Because
it's a bummer,
yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to have ill will towards the actor for that.
Oh, no.
It's not fair to be upset at the actor for that.
No, that's not something I would ever hold against the actor. I recognize that Power Rangers does not have the best working environment.
Because, a lot of them are not treated well while they're making the show, so they would not want to come back.
Well, and, it varies for different people. There are plenty of people who have had fantastic times working on the show, and it's a really interesting show.
It's a very interesting show.
It's a fascinating franchise,
but it has
fascinating
very interesting working conditions that are part of the reason that it went to New Zealand in the first place, which were to avoid American acting unions which protect actors.
Yeah, they do not... I don't think it is a controversial statement that Power Rangers actors have never been paid as well as they should be.
Nope.
I don't think it's a controversial statement to say that they work very long hours.
Very long hours for very little pay.
And that they have potentially dangerous conditions as well, since it is an action series. I'm sure that they
Which isn't to say that it's terrible, but it is to say that it's very understandable why they would not want to come back to make another appearance, because they would be subjecting themselves to those conditions again, which are a lot easier to deal with when you're in your 20s than they are later in life.
Yeah. And
20-somethings have way more energy. Trust us.
Yeah.
We're learning this. 20-somethings have way more energy than we do now in our 30s.
It's true. Also, there are things like, it is a high-stress production.
Very high stress.
And I'm sure that when there is high stress,
St. John said he could have worked at McDonald's and made the same salary.
Exactly. That also creates stressful working conditions, stressful interpersonal reactions. There are plenty of reasons that actors can be fully justified in not wanting to associate with the production afterwards. I like it when they do, and I like it when they've had a positive experience with the show. Because it's a show that's given me a lot of joy over the years. I've been fascinated by by its nature for the majority of my life now. And so I want the people who are working on it to be having a good experience and be getting what they want out of it. So that's the
sorry for the over-denouncement. It's just that it seemed a little bit like, I know you say you don't have any ill will, it just seemed a little bit like you did when you said ungrateful actors being forced to become Power Rangers.
Well, that, honestly, I think they were referring to things that other fans have said, which is a thing that some fans do, and I disagree with the whole... Ungrateful actor, no. They were working a job. Their job is done.
They don't have anything to be grateful for.
They have no... They have provided their service. It is not that a service was provided to them. They provided a service that they were compensated for.
So,
and
we'll just leave it at that,
interaction is done.
because I think we've gone on a little strong.
Yeah.
But that's where we're coming from, and I'm sorry for jumping on that. But as people who actually work in entertainment, in our own ways,
to our own
it's a little bit unfortunate sometimes when people get upset at actors for not giving enough back to people that they've already given a lot to.
There's a lot of people feel entitled to actors' time and energy in ways that they really aren't.
That's a talk for another day.
Yeah. That's
We're
a whole
good.
separate thing.
Yeah.
But yes. So, looping back to the channel.
Power Rangers Beast Morphers SpongeBob SquarePants crossover. Oh my goodness!
It's gonna be a Netflix exclusive, I hear.
Netflix exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's going to be stop motion. Rankin Bass is working on it.
Oh, I might watch it then, because I do have a weak spot for stop motion.
Yeah.
Even though I hate SpongeBob.
I
hate SpongeBob.
I love how we've taken the no spoilers rule and we've just
turned it
we've
into
just
come
turned
up
it
with the
complete
most
inside
ridiculous fake spoilers we can.
This has been fun.
I also like that they've become ridiculous enough to be noticeable as fake.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, I think some people were actually quite confused and going, wait, is that really happening? But now we're talking about SpongeBob SquarePants.
Also, I love how many people we have in the chat right now. Like, we have probably twice as many people as we normally have at this point, and we've gone way over.
Ninja Steel and Beef Morphers.
Wait.
All three of them.
Who?
Which actor was the only one to be in all three?
All three. Dino
Was
Charge.
Kelson in all three? Was Kelson?
Campbell Cooley. Are we? Campbell Cooley has had.
Oh no, I think Kelson missed Dino Charge, didn't he?
I believe so. I mean, he may have had a monster voice somewhere in there, but
Yeah, but he wasn't in the cast.
yeah, but I know.
Santa was in all three. That's true.
Wait,
Santa was in all three.
Santa hasn't been in Beast Morphers yet, though.
Oh, that's.
Unless he's.
I assume he'll probably be.
It will be great to see Fresno Santa again. I'm assuming
Santa?
that he's back.
Do you call him that because he's the same actor as Fresno Bob?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I call him
Fresno Santa.
Fresno Santa. All right, I think, but as much
we're
as
gonna run out of time on the big cam.
yeah, as much as it's great chatting with all of you guys about this season and the season finale and what we have planned moving forward.
And the fake spoilers have been super amusing.
It's been great. We probably should wrap things up. It's been well over an hour now. But yes, I will say with regards to 89, progress is being made, but progress is being made slowly. I have 2 weeks left in the quarter.
In the quarter
or not in the quarter, but I have 2 weeks left until our 2-week break for winter break. So my time will be opening up for 2 straight weeks, during which time I also do not have grad courses. My grad course work is wrapping up in the next few days. So that's also going to open up my time.
It's going to be so much easier for you to be a teacher when you're not a student at the same time.
And I'm finally going to be I'm finally getting to the point where we're wrapping up all the prep that I've been doing for this project that's across like 5 different classes, and I've been just building as we go. We're finally getting up to the point where the students are going to start working on their final presentations, so I don't need to keep generating stuff for them to have.
Woo.
So hopefully within the next week, all the prep stuff I've been having to do for school will severely decline. My grad school responsibilities will temporarily vanish, and then the week after that, my school responsibilities will temporarily vanish. So I'm going to have a good couple weeks where I can really
speculate on this.
Zero in on Power Reviews again.
I'm not going to speculate on this because we are trying to get off the stream, but That is a good point, Chase. We are still wondering how the mayor knows about Sledge.
Because Sledge attacked last Christmas and broadcast the Cassandra show. I'm going to say that would be the reason.
Alright!
Alright, so, don't forget we do still have the Christmas episode, which I believe is next week.
Yes, we do.
If for any reason it's not next week, we should still do something.
Yeah, maybe one of the movies.
But I think that this is a good place to wrap things up.
Yep.
Thank you again for joining us and for having a great discussion about a pretty great episode. Honestly, I realized we've made it an hour and 20 minutes. Did I have any actual criticisms of this episode?
Criticisms? No, you didn't.
Like, outside of like, okay, the CG is a little janky in a few spots.
Yeah.
And...
Worse than 7 years ago CG. But, 7 years ago, they put more time and effort into it because it was Sentai.
Yeah.
Sentai really does put a little bit more time and effort into the special effects.
Some of the special effects were a little wonky, including Spaghetti Betty.
Spaghetti Betty was somebody playing.
That was just kind of weird.
Tool.
I know, that was just weird. And a few things here and there were like, okay, maybe we could pump up the tension, just ratchet up just a little bit, and that, like Evox just kind of walked away after demorphing them. They demorphed so easily and they weren't really injured. But these are like minor quibbles. To the point where I just summed them up in like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need to do my due diligence. So, but it got me hyped, which is what I like to see out of a season finale.
We're hyped!
I'm feeling hyped.
Hyped!
So let's keep my hype train rolling. Who knows, maybe the hype train... I can't wait for our Tokuger... Speaking of the hype train, can't wait for our Tokuger team up next season. That's going to be great. So yeah. Until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. We're going off the rails on a Morph-X train.